Welcome to The Sarah Scoop Show. I'm your host, Sarah Roman, here to give you the scoop on all of your favorite things. Hi everyone, and welcome back to The Sarah Scoop Show. Today, I'm very excited for anyone who is a Bachelor Nation fan. We have Lily, who made quite an appearance on the Bachelor Winter Games. Hi Lily, how are you today?
I'm very well. How are you?
Good. So you told me that you are actually in an RV right now.
I am. I am currently in an RV with my partner in crime here, Courtney, and we are driving to San Francisco. We're actually going to do another little video like we've done those past 3 parts, so we're going to try that again.
That's so fun. So have you moved over you are currently living in LA, right?
Yeah, so we both live in LA at the moment, actually. So we just made the move over a few weeks ago, and yeah, we're just settling in.
And so for everyone that watched, you obviously met Courtney on Winter Games. So do you want to share a little bit about your love story?
A little bit about our love story.
Yes.
Generic Bachelor love story, but it definitely was a love story in itself. But it happened in a very Lily and Courtney kind of manner, which was nice. I don't think either of us really expected to meet someone like each other where we were. It's just not really in our personalities to kind of, well, it is to do weird and adventurous things, but at the same time, I never thought I'd be in a franchise where I'm fighting over one dude. So it was a weird thing to happen, but I'm glad it happened because look where I am now. I'm having a great time.
Exactly. And I was reading, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I was reading that your mom actually signed you up when you originally went on The Bachelor. Is that true?
Yep. That cheeky woman. She did. She signed me up. So I didn't actually know that I was being entered in it until I was getting a phone call basically being like, so congratulations, your audition is this time in Auckland. And I'm like, yo, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like, I don't want what you're selling, goodbye, kind of thing. And then they were like, no, Bachelor in New Zealand. And my mum lived in New Zealand at the time. I'd lived there briefly, but I was living in Australia at the time because I was traveling, working as a snowboard instructor all over the place. And I was like, oh, $20 says mum put me up to this. And she was just like, honestly, I didn't think you'd get in. And I was like, cool. So now I got to deal with this shit. So I did. And I said no. And then I kind of thought about it. It was a bit of like a party gag for me. I was like to all my friends, like, oh yeah, Bachelor in New Zealand. And everyone would just laugh. That's like all the joke needed. And then one of them one day was just like, you know, why don't you just do it? And I was like, you know what? I think I might. And I did it. I thought I'd just be there for one night, push the bitch in the pool, and then go home. But it kind of just worked out more like he was such a sweetheart. He was such a softie. It wasn't meant to be in the end, and I definitely know that. But, like, I'm so glad I did it. It was the most amazing experience. I moved to New Zealand after that, and I love that country. It was just, like, home to me for the next, a bit over a year.
So did you have a lot of time then before, like, how did Winter Games come about for you to join on to Winter Games?
Yeah, so my season was still technically aired and was aired at the end of the year. Well, it was filmed towards the end of the year. But my season of The Bachelor finished airing in March that same year. So a lot of people were like, oh my God, it's so soon for you. But, you know, I'm 21. That's like a big chunk of my life. Like 1 year is a lot of time. So I was like, nah, that was ages ago. But for me, I was like, it was all over it. You know, there was no feelings or anything still left with. I had like a good month to kind of figure everything out.
Are you still doing the snowboarding instructing?
I mean, I still have that qualification in my back pocket, but I don't know. I feel like for me, once I've done something in life, I can kind of wrap it up and keep moving forward. I don't know if I need to go back to that now. I feel like going back to something, I mean, I can if I want to, but I don't feel like I need to. It might be a bit of a backpedal now for me. Me and Courtney like snowboarding as well, so we'll definitely incorporate that into our life, but I don't think I need to teach like screaming 5-year-olds that want to piss themselves every 4 minutes how to snowboard anymore, you know?
I love how outspoken you are and just real.
Thank you.
So fun. A lot of people are always asking for advice from previous contestants have been like on The Bachelor, things like that, that are looking for love kind of on reality TV, like what would you tell those people that follow you for that type of journey?
Okay, what kind of advice would I give to people who are looking for love in reality TV or just in general?
Oh, just both. I mean, you sounded like you give good advice.
Yeah, I think for me the biggest thing is what I try to stick to is no matter what anyone tells you or no matter what kind of mold or character someone wants you to play, because if you are in the TV industry, that's usually going to happen, you know. You usually have characters and you usually are going to be pushed for something. They want something, right? Everyone in life kind of wants something from you. Kind of grim for like 1 p.m., but it's the truth. So I think it's really important when you're looking for that kind of thing is to just stick to who you are and back yourself, because you're going to attract the right person if you're doing that. You know, if you're trying to be somewhere else, you're going to attract someone that's right for that person you're trying to be, and then at the end of the day, it's just going to be a shitstorm. So I think if you're pretty straight up, you're going to attract the right people in your life. So just find out who you are and then stick to that. That's all the advice I have.
So I was reading a lot of tweets and just different things that really people thought you and Courtney were going to be the couple that last from Winter Games.
Yeah, we get that a lot. We get a lot of people being like, you guys, you seem so genuine and we think you guys are going to last. And that's really sweet because we think we're pretty genuine people. So It's nice to think that people back us up, you know.
Have you guys thought, like, did you feel any pressure being part of the Bachelor franchise? Like, oh, we're a couple, we have to get engaged at the end of the show.
See, me and Courtney aren't the people to kind of like give in to any pressure like that. I mean, definitely for us, we were pretty much the first couple to become really solid in the house. So a lot of people kind of looked to us for advice and things like that. People were like, oh, we look up to you guys, like we want what you have kind of thing. So that was pressure. But we were kind of just like, we're such mellow people, we don't crack under pressure very easily. So that kind of situation for us was quite a breeze. So even to the point where I was actually like, this is a little bit too easy. Like, I'm just a little bit too happy in this environment. I don't know what's up. I'm just waiting for someone to like break my leg or for something to go wrong, but nothing really did. It's just been, this whole experience was really easy for me and quite effortless, and it just worked out a little bit too well.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's, you know, it's what's meant to be, right? It's not just weird.
Well, yeah, I think you forget after a while what good things are about, you know. Like I don't know, I guess for me it's kind of it's been a while to kind of, like, I think people like that, experiences like that only come around very, like, slightly in your life. So it's nice to have another one of those people and one of those experiences in my life again.
What was the best part about being on Winter Games?
The best part about being on Winter Games, I think the friends you make and the family you make. Like me and Courtney now, even though it's so over, we're still so up in everyone's shit, like in good ways and in bad ways. We're still all so close. We all still talk. Even the crew, like, that's my favorite part, is every time I come off one of these shows, I'm just so tight with the crew because they become like family to you. I think you also learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about other people. Like, I grew up with brothers, like heaps of fucking brothers, like heaps of masculinity. So from my first Bachelor season, I learned a lot about women, and I learned about how it is to be around women and how women are and how different we all are and how that's all good. Like, that's fine. You know, you can be in love with cats and like be gluten-free or just like the dirtiest, roughest bitch, and that's all good. Like, we're all different. That's sweet. Like, that was one of the biggest things I took out of that. But this was kind of cool to just, see how everyone interacted with each other and how these emotions are interpreted by other people, and just the family you make and the support system you make. And I guess I'm in LA now, so that is a pretty good thing about that show as well. It's just a cool thing to do. Would recommend.
So, going off of that, like, what made you guys decide to move to LA?
Well, we're both the kind of people who are like, we get up and go at any time, like not a lot of attachment, not a lot of responsibility, and we both had visas from the show. So Court was like, I want to go, and I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try. I've never given it a try before. You know, I've lived in heaps of different cities before, but I've never lived in LA, and for me, LA is like the epitome of weird. So I was like, I'll give it a go. Like, may as well. It could chew me up and spit me out, but at least I kind of gave it a go. And I think he had a similar kind of attitude, so I'm just going to give it a go. You know, can't promise anything's going to work, but at least I tried.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And it's like a place that you both get to kind of experience a life together, because came from different countries, correct? Right?
Yeah, it was a nice little halfway point for us, I think. I don't think either of us were going to be like, you have to move to my country kind of thing. So it was a nice little halfway point that we were both kind of keen to give a go. It just worked out really well.
Did you go on Winter Games with any expectations of meeting someone?
No, God, no. I go into all these shows and I'm like, my first Bachelor, I was like, oh, dude, he's going to be such a douchebag. And he wasn't. So my expectations have been quite exceeded, which is nice. I think it's a nice thing to go into that and not be like, I'm going to find love. Like, I don't care who it is. Just give it to me. You know, like I kind of go in there and I'm like, okay, so what? Let's think about this realistically. You've got 10 guys, right? What are the odds of me even being mildly into one of them? Like, not a lot. Like, I'm a fussy bitch. I'll be straight up with you right there. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm, like, looking to find, like, I don't need anyone, you know? Like, for me, I need to find someone who's better than me being by myself, which is hard to beat because I like to be by myself and I'm completely self-sufficient and self-run. So, to beat someone worth that in the situation was weird and it wasn't what I was expecting. So
I think that's a good motto to have for everyone.
Yeah, I think that's how everyone should look at the show. I don't think you should go in there going, yep, I'll give you my love story, whatever, we'll see how it goes. I just thought, honestly, I'm probably not going to like any of these dudes. Like, I'll go in there obviously open-minded because you have to be open-minded about everything and willing to take anything on board. I wasn't closing anything off. I wasn't there for the wrong reasons, you know. Just give it a look and give it a try. And if I didn't like anyone, I just would have sent myself home straight away as soon as I figured it out. That's just how it would have gone. I don't need to be there, you know. I don't need to be wasting anyone's time or my own time or anything like that. So,
in the most recent season of The Bachelor in the U.S., there was a contestant who was 22, and there was a lot of controversy with that. And being that were you just 20 when you did the show and 21 on Winter Games?
Yeah.
Did you feel like, did you have that kind of pressure or any, like, the feelings that people here were writing, blogging, sharing about?
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because a lot of people have been like, yo, everyone's losing their shit because Becca's 22, but Lily's 21. Like, whoa. Which is, I mean, for the New Zealand one, you had to be 21 to enter, but my mum was like, obviously doesn't play by the rules and just kind of skipped that question, but they still took me in. I was like, all right, we'll give it a go. But a lot of people were kind of commenting, going, 21, she must be so immature, and that was towards the beginning, and then, as people got to know who I was, they were like, oh shit, there's girls in here who are like 26 and Lily can just out mature or like out wisdom the hell out of those people. I think it has a lot to do with like, what you've seen, where you've been, how you've been raised. There's so many other different aspects into it. So I don't think anyone should be quick to judge the whole age card. I think you should really go, like, if you get to know someone and they're mature and they're all over the shop, then you can go, oh yeah, it's because she's 21 and blame it on that. But you can't start it out like she's 21, so she must be like this. I'm not someone to judge someone before I know them. So it's been good. I think they haven't really played on the age card in America because they've just seen me as Lily, as not as a 21-year-old. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. You were just there being yourself, and the age wasn't really a factor. I didn't know how that was in New Zealand, if you felt the same.
Well, it was. In New Zealand, it was played on a little bit, and it was kind of dragged out as like, But between me and The Bachelor, it wasn't a problem because we were on the same wavelength. Like, he was 28. There were some differences in but at the end of the day, similar maturity level and everything worked out. That's the biggest thing for me. It's like getting to know the person, and you can kind of tell if you're on similar kind of level pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just have a couple more questions for you because I know you're on your little road trip there. First of all, is there anything you want to just like a message to people that are following your journey? Because I know there's so many I've started following you, and like I just read some of the tweets that are going to you, and it's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I think me and Courtney, we both keep wanting to produce content and show you guys what we're doing. We're both moving around a lot. We're doing exciting stuff. So if Courtney can be on my case and be like, yo, film that, or we're going to keep creating content and we're going to keep showing people what we're doing. And all I can promise is that we're just going to keep doing it the way we're doing it. We're probably not going to sell ourselves short to like teeth whitening or anything like that, but might bring out our own brand of beer or something fun. I don't know. I can't promise anything, but...
That was going to be my final question. What can we expect to see from you in the future?
Honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. We don't even know what we're having for lunch. I can't give you any kind of game plan because I'm not the type of person to ever have one. But, I mean, keep watching and I'm sure you'll find out when we find out.
Awesome. Thank you. It's so refreshing. I mean, you really just make people feel like just live life. Like so many people stress about what's going to happen next and like
Thank you.
everything.
Thank you.
You're a breath of fresh air to realize you just got to chill and let things happen.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice to hear. I'm glad.
Thank you so much, Lily. I appreciate it.
No worries. You have a good day. It was lovely to talk to you.
Bye.